Welcome to Knock the F Out, number 9. And ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time to talk about this fight tonight between Errol and Mike. Listen to me, everybody. I have had this date, 3/16/2019, penciled and highlighted on my goddamn calendar since January. And now it's finally here, man. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. I'm here with my right-hand man, Mr. Carl Cleveland. Hey, Mr. Cleveland, I know this your boy, Errol Spence Jr. I know you overly excited about this fight tonight, but I want you to tell the people, man, how you doing, man?
I'm good, fam. I don't know if I'm overly excited. I'm a future seer. I see the future. I'm a foreseer. I'm looking forward to this fight. Can't lie about that. It's been on the calendar, like you said, 3/16 says Errol's about to whoop Mikey's ass. And we're gonna keep it moving.
Oh, yeah, and you know something, man, guys, let me just put it to you this way. This is going to be a big night, not only for us fans, but this is going to be a big night for the business. I hate to go racial, but I have two here. But it's a known fact. It is a known fact that you get some of the biggest numbers rolling in when you have an African American going up against a Mexican in boxing, man. And I just don't throw things out there without facts. I could just we can have the list go on and on and on, man. Look at the B Hop and De La Hoya pay-per-view. 1 million pay-per-view buys. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Robert Guerrero, 1 million pay-per-view buys. Floyd Mayweather Marquez, 1.6. Floyd Mayweather Victor Ortiz, 1.25. Mayweather Canelo Alvarez, 2.2. Mayweather De La Hoya, 2.4. Now, besides one fight, we got a common denominator, and that's the cash cow himself, Floyd Mayweather. But nonetheless, facts are facts, man. Numbers don't lie. When you have an African American going up against a Mexican, that bring in some of the biggest numbers, man. So this is not only big for us fans, but it's good for the business. It's good for the business. Do you got anything you want to add to that, Mr. Cleveland?
We just want to talk about fights, man. You had Meldrick Taylor and Chavez Sr. Well, that was a hell of a fight. You had Mexican versus the African American, and the controversy where it got stopped. Man, it's been plenty of them. De La Hoya versus Pernell Whitaker, another controversial fight, man. Yeah, man, it's there's a lot of that, and there's nothing wrong with it, man. It's tribal. You're rooting for people who look like you. As long as you keep it clean and keep it to the sport of boxing, you good. Once you start crossing that line, I can't help you, because whatever happens is gonna happen. As long as you keep it clean, everything will be good.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, that's a known fact, y'all. They bring in the biggest numbers. I believe that this pay-per-view would do a hell of a lot better than the Wilder and Fury pay-per-view from December. And I also think, honestly, that it'd be a better fight as well. Don't get me wrong, the Fury and Wilder was, that was a good fight. But I think that this one right here, it will blow past it by far, to be honest. Speaking of Deontay Wilder, let's get into some news. So last week, I had mentioned, I believe it was Knock the F Out 7, that Deontay Wilder was getting ready to meet up with the Zone along with Al Heyman. And correct me now if I'm wrong, Mr. Cleveland. Wasn't the deal for 3 fights worth $100 million, and 2 out of 3 of the fights were Joshua fights?
No. There was a couple deals that I was heard were that I've heard. First, it was a 2-fight deal for $50 million. It's supposed to be $20 million for Dominic Brazil, and the rest for another fight. What I was told was that not Anthony Joshua, but Eddie Hearn let the zone know that they weren't looking to fight Deontay Wilder until late 2020. So then they changed it. They're saying it's a possibility there's Anthony Joshua, but they couldn't put him in a contract with the 3-fight, $100 million. And well, basically, he would have got the $100 million, I guess, regardless of who he would have fought. But they couldn't promise Anthony Joshua. So, from my perspective, that's where it looks like everything went haywire, man. When Eddie Hearn let the zone know that they not looking to fight Wilder, and that's just amazing because that guy can come out in public and say one thing. And something like this, hell, he contradicts himself every day, so it really doesn't surprise me. They said that from the beginning. Eddie Hearn's father's already said he doesn't care if the fight doesn't happen. And when you move like this, I can see that he's serious. Joshua himself has already said he's not going to fight Wilder until he believes he's in the best position to win. Nobody's going to rush him. So these guys talk to save face, but when it actually comes down to actually doing it, it never happens, man. So I'm just tired of that situation, dude. And to be honest with you, man, I'm starting to think and I don't like generalizing. I'm starting to think it's these UK dudes, man. First is that stuff with Tyson Fury, and now this, man. He'll come out in the public and he'll say, yeah, I want Wilder. But then when it's time to fight him, it can't happen. These dudes, man, they sometimes, man.
Well, they know deep down in their heart, man, they don't have the grit. You know, they truly know deep down, because if you talk all that shit about how you'll fight this person, you'll fight that person, go on out there and fight them then, man. If you really, really want to fight like you did the first time, the fights are easy to be made. You know, so now this time around, you're talking about this, that, and the other. You got to get your name up and all this other shit. It's like, dude, stop it. You know, you just don't want the fight, man. You know, so it is what it is. Speaking of Eddie Hearn, though, Eddie Hearn in the zone. So they had an event last night. Tevin Farmer was defending his IBF title against Carroll, the Irish fighter. Dude, Tevin Farmer was out there looking good, man. He totally outclassed this boy. That boy wasn't doing nothing but punching that air. You know, Tevin Farmer was just ducking and dodging and weaving damn near everything that boy was throwing at him. But the thing about Tevin, though, like we was talking about earlier, he tagged this boy about 100 times, man, but couldn't drop him. I'm like, Tevin just don't have no fucking power, man. He doesn't have any power. That would have been Tank, man, that would have been tagging that boy like that, man. That boy would have been out of there, man, within 3 or 4 hits. You know, the shit that Tevin was catching him with, that was my only thing about the fight, man. So I don't know. Like, I want him and Tank to go at it, but that would definitely be the deciding factor for me, man. There ain't no way he'll be able to hit Tank that many times without receiving a receipt from Tank. And Tank's receipt would definitely be the deciding factor of that fight. What you think about that, Mr. Cleveland?
Your eyes don't lie, man. You saw what it was with Tevin Farmer. He's got pretty good boxing ability. Like you said, he hit the dude 100,000 times and couldn't stop him. That he was supposed to stop that guy and get him out of there, man. This was a fight that was made to make him look good, and he wasn't able to do it. Like you said, if Tank would have hit him with some of the same shots, it wouldn't have went 3 or 4 rounds. Like you said, it went 3 or 4 shots, and the fight would have been over. And that's first round stoppage type stuff. So I want to see him versus Tank, but I think that's, the more I think about it, man, I think that's a one-sided massacre. That might be as much a one-sided massacre as I'm expecting this pay-per-view to be tonight.
Man, did you hear about that deal that Eddie Hearn tried to throw at Tank? When it wasn't it $5 million to fight Farmer?
Yeah.
Oh, that goddamn Leonard,
Yeah.
Leonard shut it down, man. We ain't here to hear all that slick talk. We ain't here to hear all that slick talk. We know what to do with Tank. We know what to do with Tank. I said, well, you tell him what it is, then, Leonard. You tell him what it is, then, man.
Yeah.
Leonard Ellaby be having me dying, man. But I definitely want to talk about the fighters now. Mikey Garcia. Mikey's coming in with 39 wins, no losses, and 30 knockouts. Mikey definitely has the longer, probably more impressive resume. You know, Mikey has been a champion in 4 different weight classes. This ain't nothing new for Mikey, man. Mikey is a winner. He currently holds the WBC lightweight championship, and he is the lineal light welterweight champion. Mikey, he comes in challenging Errol Spence, moving up 2 weight classes to dance with this man. He has he can go out here, man, and get the big 4-0. He says that he sees something in Errol that he can expose. And me personally, I would like to know what that is that he sees, because I have watched Errol, and I have to say that Errol is probably as close as a complete boxer that you will get. Well, besides Bud Crawford, but I digress. I don't want to get you started over there, Mr. Cleveland. I don't want to get you started. It's all about Errol tonight, but you know how I truly feel about that.
Hey, man, I ain't got no problem, man. I told you what it is. We're good. He ain't Earl. He ain't the truth.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know what? Everybody talk about it. If Sean Porter is gonna hop in and challenge him at the end of the fight, which did you hear that interview that he did, man?
No, actually, I didn't. What do you say, man?
Oh my God, man! Because you know, Errol had got at him at the final press conference talking about, well, you know, Sean Porter, he was just fighting in LA last week. He didn't sell out nothing. You know, he ain't selling out nothing. You know. So they asked Sean Porter about what Errol said, and Sean Porter said, "Oh, that was so unprofessional. He didn't have to make it about me. He should have kept the fight about him." And you know, everybody wondering if I'm going to get in the ring and call him out. He said, "You know, I'm gonna call him out, but it probably won't be tomorrow night." I'm like, "Dude, why not? With your pussy ass, why not get in the ring like he did with you when you beat Danny and call him out?" But see, that's the thing, man. Going back, man, these are some pussies, man. The Sean Porters and the Keith Thurmans are the pussies of the welterweight division. You know, that really pissed me off, man. But yeah, dude, that's what he said yesterday, man.
Hey, but listen, he did like over 2 million views, so I can't even get mad at him, man. He might not have sold it out, but people were still watching.
Yeah, that motherfucker got over 2 million views, and he got over 2 million boos too. Because his ass shouldn't have never won that damn fight. You guys got.
Of course, you gonna say that, man. You don't like it. You don't like his style. He won that fight, dude.
Man, you guys clearly won that one, man.
Nah, don't get me wrong. Once again, it was a close fight. Lucas came. He was a game opponent, but he ain't win that fight. Sean won that on his jab and his activity alone, man. And you know that. You know that. We both knew how that was gonna go down. We knew
how it was gonna go down, but he damn sure didn't win that fight, man. Everybody know clearly you guys got robbed. All that smoke and mirrors, all that, and ain't doing shit.
Hey, nah, see, this is what I don't understand about you with Sean Porter, man. You say you don't like him because of his style, but then when he shows you a clean fight, you still complaining.
I'm complaining because you guys got robbed.
Man, that fight was close, and I can't say that he got robbed. A robbery is Lennox Lewis Holyfield when they called that a draw when clearly Lennox Lewis beat the piss out that boy. That was as clear as one side fighters I've ever seen, and they called that a draw. Same thing with Mayweather Canelo. Mayweather still clearly beat him, but then one judge ruled it a draw. I can't see that fight being a robbery last week, man.
Yeah, but
good fight
too, man. Those fighters that you named, man, there was some controversy behind them, man. People didn't like them and all this other stuff. It was a lot of shit in the game with those fighters, you know. But with Sean Porter and you guys, no, dude, that was Kenny overpaying the judge to make sure that it went into his son's favor if the fight got close.
Man, Kenny ain't got it like that,
and his son damn sure don't either. But that's another story for another day. Let's get back to Mikey. Now, Mikey, you're coming in here, and I find it's funny because Errol Spence, they had that final press conference, and Mikey was just going around saying, "Oh, I'm not going to go around doing any more talking, and I'm gonna let my boxing do the talking." So Errol Spence at this point is just fed up, man. So they get a mic to Errol, and Errol's like, well, in one statement you claim that you're gonna let your boxing do all the talking, but then you go around here with your brother and your daddy, and you do all these interviews talking about how you're gonna drive me. Just keep that same energy, all that stuff that you was talking behind my back with your brother and your daddy. Just keep that same energy in that AT&T Stadium. I'm just dying. I'm cracking up off this dude. Because here's the thing, man. And that is kind of leaning towards my prediction for the fight. Dude, you really see Mikey dropping Errol Spence Jr. I'm just, come on, man. That's the only thing I'm thinking in my head at the whole time. But Mikey, you got an impressive resume, dude. I'm not taking anything from you, man. Are you kidding me, man? 39-0, man, 30 knockouts, dude. You're clearly a winner. You're clearly a winner. Keys for Mikey, though. This is what I'm thinking. The keys for Mikey definitely got to stay off those ropes, man. You got to stay off the ropes. If you leaning on those ropes, man, Errol Spence is going to go in on that body. Okay. And Mikey, I don't think you're too equipped to take too many shots to the body from an Errol Spence Jr. The second key for Mikey would probably be to move. You got to move and stay active. Don't let Errol get what he wants, man. Don't let him set you up with that jab. You got to watch that jab from Errol, man. I'm telling you, once he get to setting you up with that, man, you got to make him uncomfortable. You got to kind of make him stalk you. Make him uncomfortable. You say you got the better footwork. You say you got the better speed. You're going to have to prove it. And lastly, you want to know what I think his key should be? Dude, I think he going to throw some combinations, man. He going to throw some combinations at Errol, man. Like if he see an opening, I'm talking about some 3-4 punch combinations to try to make it look good for the judges. It's all about activity, and this is a thinking man's game now. Now this is chess we playing here, but let's just hope that Errol ain't the one yelling out checkmate in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like that this could clearly be the case. I'm just saying now, these are my keys for Mikey to win. It's just a game plan, but you know how it is when you go in there with a game plan. It all changes once you get punched. So I'm just saying those are my keys for Mikey. Now, I want to talk about Errol Spence, all right? The heavily favored reigning IBF welterweight champion of the world. He'll be coming in here with 24 wins with 21 knockouts and no losses as he defends the strap against Mikey. Mr. Carl Cleveland. Well, you know what? Because I really want to peel back the onion on this one and get a little deep. So before I get to talking about Errol, I had mentioned the keys for Mikey. Is there anything that you want to add on to that?
He's going to come out first, so drop a banana peel on his way to the ring and hope Errol slips on it and the fight has to be canceled. That will be the first step, just in case that plan didn't work. Have your depends on So when Errol hits you with one of those body shots and you feel something wet coming from your behind parts, it don't drip down your leg and embarrass you that you get doo-doo in the ring, that would be number two. Be a little serious for a second. Honestly, I can't see him throwing combination punches because then that's going to leave him open to something coming back in return. And like you said, I don't know if he can handle a receipt from Errol Spence to the body, man. I don't think he can take 2 or 3 of those in a row. I think he needs to do his best Floyd Mayweather impersonation and try to pop shot him all night and avoid being hit. That's what I think Mikey's going to try to do. The issue with that is it's a well-known, well, I can't even say it's a well-known secret that Errol then already whooped Floyd in sparring, so he didn't say that, man. And if you asking me, is Mikey better than Mayweather? No. So my strategy for him, like you said, would be stay off the ropes, pop shot, 1-2 shots at a time, and stay moving all night. Errol's going to cut the ring off. He knows how to do it. So you're going to have to make him do something a little different. You might even, like you said, take your chances. Like Chuck said, 3 or 4 punch combinations, make him move back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, like fighting like Pacquiao.
Yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't go more than 3 punches though, man. 1, 2, 3, get out. 1, 2, 3, get out. Because if you stay there and to be hit by Errol gonna hurt you.
Oh yeah. And getting back to Errol, I mean, Mr. Cleveland, you got me hip to this boy. You know, while I was running around talking about who I still feel is the best welterweight in all of boxing right now, Terrence Bud Crawford, you was like, wait a minute, man, hold on. I think you need to check this boy Errol Spence out. And when I did, I said, God damn. You talk about a boy with massive punching power, man. And anybody who knows this boy, man, and follow this boy, you know this boy Errol was knocking people out with body shots, man, stopping them with body shots. I'm like, this boy, he got power, man. By far my favorite Errol Spence fight is when he went over to the pond, man, and fought Kell Brook for that IBF title. And I gotta say, at first, Kell was giving him hell at first, you know, but that grit of Errol Spence, man, during the later rounds, man, Errol just got to dominating them, man. He got to dominating them in them later rounds. Had them all split and busted open. And his eye all messed up. He could barely even see out of it. You know, Errol went there and he took care of business. And he successfully defended it twice after that. Lamont Peterson, I believe, was one. I forgot the other dude he defended against. But
Campo.
There you go. Yep. And yeah, man, just been on fire ever since. You know, Errol is a beast, man. Errol is a beast. And I mean, Mikey, don't get me wrong, man. Like I said before, man, I got nothing but respect for you, bro. But moving up 2 weight classes to fight the boogeyman of the welterweight division, I just don't see a clear win for Mikey. What do you have to say about Errol Spence, man? Because like I said, I had, you know, kind of heard little sounds and bits about him, but you were the one who really, you know, sat me down with that coming to Jesus meeting and telling me, listen, I know you high on Bud Crawford, but check this boy out, man. And I got to say, from everything that I have seen from Errol Spence, I am definitely impressed. To me, he is damn near like 95% to me a complete boxer. The only weakness I do see out of Errol is you might need to work on his defense just a little bit. But other than that, though, man, what more can you say about Errol Spence?
And his defense, he parades a lot of shots, man. And he a catch and shoot dude. He a catch and catch your punch and fire back Sometimes he does, and I can tell when he don't respect the guy's power. Like you said, he does get hit because he's like right there trying to stalk him, and he'll take a hit to deliver two or three. But yeah, man, he's the truth, like his name says. He's he to me, he's an old school fighter. He goes after the body, man. He try to break you down. He don't have that one punch power, but he has an accumulation where he didn't wear you down to the body 6, 7, 8 rounds, and then you looking for that body punch, and he lands something upstairs, and it knocks your lights out. That Leonard Bundu fight that he had, I remember, I forget what year. I know it was during the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, because it came on NBC right after, and that's what he did to Leonard Bundu, man. He did that. He just destroyed him to the body, and then caught him upstairs, and it was like night night, man. Earl is the truth. He knows how to cut off the ring. He works behind the jab, which is something that if you want to be successful, you're gonna have to do, man. He goes to the body. He's southpaw. He is just like nothing not to like about the dude, man. He fight how you want him to fight. He come forward, he looking to bang, man. And as a fan, I love that. And he's smart about it. Like I said, he don't just come in there all wild, all willy nilly. He come behind that jab, whether it's to the face, to the chest, to the body, to the armpits, to the elbows. He trying to hurt you. He trying to break you down, and he does that, man. He does it. I'm gonna say the same thing I told you when I first introduced Errol to you, man. Bud to me is the best pound for pound fighter in the world, but Errol to me is the best welterweight. I'm gonna find out who the best fighter is when they fight. As far as this fight goes, man, if Mikey somehow pulls this off, that's ATG status. That's all time great, man. I gotta give him nothing but respect. But I expect a beat down. I'm expecting no mas. Somebody throw in the towel. I'm not gonna let you die in the ring, Mikey. No. So I expect complete domination, Errol Spence.
Yeah, man. Like I said, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Mikey, man. Like my favorite fight as far as Mikey was him teeing off on Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was talking a lot of shit, before that fight, like he does all the time. And Mikey went off in there and just started teeing off on him. It's funny, Adrian Broner didn't really start fighting until the last round. Okay, he really didn't start fighting until the last round, But it was just fun for me to see Mikey Garcia tee off on the all bark and no bite Adrian Broner. So that was definitely fun for me to see. Mikey, I got to say this, man. I respect your resume. I respect your craft. And more importantly, I respect, the courage that you had to call out a guy and move up 2 weight classes to fight a man that everyone's afraid of, dude. That's why I say I admire that, man. I got to give that to you. But I think, Mikey, you bitten off a little more that you can chew. I don't see you being able to impose your will on Errol, walking him down, and he's too strong for you, Mikey. I don't see you being able to absorb Errol's punches. I don't see that, and I think the only way that you could win this, Mikey, clearly would be to knock this man out, and I damn sure don't see that. I damn sure don't see that, man. So I'm going with Errol Spence for my prediction. I'm going with Errol in a knockout, man, by knockout by the 6th round. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with Errol Spence, knockout by round 6. I don't see this going the distance. I think Errol going to get him out of there within 6 rounds. How many rounds you got it going, Mr. Cleveland?
I'm going to be generous. I'm going to say 8 or 9. Because I really feel like Mikey's going to try to outbox him, literally stay on the back foot and not get hit for the first 4 or 5 rounds, man. But I think Errol's going to cut the ring off, stalk him down, break him down, start toy with him, cat and mouse, eventually break him down to that body, take him out. So yeah, I'll be generous. I'll give Mikey 8.
All right, man. We gonna see. I got Mike going night, man. You know, and it's just and I'm gonna tell you something for the viewers out there, for the Mexicans. This ain't no racial shit. Okay, this ain't no racial shit, because I'm gonna put it to you like this. If we're talking about, let's just say, for instance, I'm gonna just throw this out here. Let's just say we talk about Charlo versus a Triple G 5 years ago. I'm going to pick Triple G to pick that to win that fight. You feel what I'm saying? Not now, but maybe 5-6 years ago, I would have picked Triple G to beat the shit out of Charlo. You know, so this ain't about no whole racial shit here. We just going by what we see. Okay. And if you're a Mexican out there and you know deep down in your damn heart, I mean, I know you want to go with Mikey, I understand that, but deep down in your heart, if you've seen Errol Spence, you know what this man is capable of. You would know why he is clearly the favorite to win this fight. You know, so it's not about race, man. It's all about these. And I don't see Mikey being able to match Errol with these.
And if he can, I can admit I was wrong. I just don't see it happening. So.
Oh God, yeah, man, he go out there and beat Errol Spence ass. I'm gonna put his ass over like the second coming of Christ.
Yeah, he gonna have ATG status as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no problem for me. You know, I like Mikey. I just don't like this fight for Mike. That's the thing.
Me either. Yeah, I like Mikey myself as well. Very skilled fighter. My favorite Mikey fight was probably the Robert Easter fight, because he had homeboy looking like Martin after Tommy Hitman Hearns fought him in that episode, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I didn't think Robert was gonna go out like that.
Nah, man, because he had the height and the reach advantage. I thought he worked behind the jab, fight tall. Of course, he wouldn't do that. Of course not. So that's what happens. So I'm not gonna take anything away from Mikey. I know Mikey's a very skilled fighter. He comes from a line of fighters. Brother was a world champion. Father was a fighter, trainer. So hey, he comes from that lineage. So I know he's a capable fighter. I just think he's biting off way more than he can chew. Way more. So I see if I'm right or wrong tonight.
Yep, and guys, that's gonna do it, man. That's gonna do it for us, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, this is gonna be a special night because of a special fight, man. I truly think that this fight right here is gonna bring in a lot of money, and it's gonna be good not only for us but best for the business. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest here, man, along with Mr. Carl Cleveland. We will be back here tomorrow for Knock the F Out Part 10, man. The after party, man. We're going to talk about that fight. Check us out, though, man. WrestlingWithWrestling.com. Subscribe to the channels. Andre Corbeil. Go over to mine, Chuck P. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, man. Do us a favor, man. Hit that like button and keeps us going. So we're going to catch you guys tomorrow. Enjoy this fight, man. You don't want to miss it. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest, Mr. Carl Cleveland. We up out of here, man.